for hours now and I still ain't got a clue what you got in line. Are you gonna send me back through the prison gates like you did before? Or are you gonna set me free and let me live my life and you know
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore. Opening 3 minutes of this scheduled 12-rounder.
Come on, cover up!
Combo lands to the head.
Doing great.
Let's talk about strategy for a moment in this matchup. What advice do you give to the high stamina fighter in this fight?
Well, the one thing that I tell them is make sure that you're controlling things, but not where you're at a reckless pace, not where you're going too fast. You know, keep that engine idling about 40 miles an hour. Try not to get up to 70. No need for it.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Blocks that belt line well. Roy Jones Jr. showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Well timed by Roy Jones. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Halfway through round number 1. Not able to land the headshot.
Come on, side to side.
And he just holds on there.
Focus.
That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Bernard Hopkins going old school there. B-hop with your basic 1-2.
Circle.
Good work with the combinations there. Bernard Hopkins is now really on target. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Headshot lands, was a hook. Hopkins' commitment to the cause of being the aggressor really had him in front in that last round. Look at his opponent.
Let's see some defense and more punches. Listen to me.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Bernard Hopkins' work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? You see him zeroing in with that left hand to the body. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Lands flush with the combination upstairs.
Move!
Well-placed counterpunch by Roy Jones. Jones is now showing us something that could have a great impact on this fight, Teddy, and that's his ability to counter.
Yeah, he's mixing it up a little bit. We know he can lead, we know he can get off first, but now this dimension, serving him well.
That straight right unable to connect. Smart boxing here. Good effective work with the counter punch by Roy Jones.
Don't stay in one spot. Circle.
Bernard Hopkins' right hand scores well that time. Right to the body. Halfway through this round here. A clean, crisp right hand by Roy Jones. Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. Now he ties up there. He missed with that headshot. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Jones is out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he could go through that door.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
You're still not moving enough. Move!
Hopkins is good, clean, and effective punching damaged his opponent in that last
I
round.
need you to focus and keep your hands up, keep working the jab, okay? Double up the jab and just keep moving. You okay? Good, I need you to use your...
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new... He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to go down after getting tagged right there.
He doesn't know where to go. I mean, he's like a guy that's caught in a hailstorm. He's trying to get to the other side of the street, but he just doesn't know where it is now.
There's that southpaw jab in the left hand. Now, this is where Bernard Hopkins and all that experience, all that knowledge, it pays off. He found a way to recover and stay in this fight. Hopkins' right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Pep. Made him miss, made him pay.
Right to the head with that right. Jones's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Get your hands up!
Roy Jones Jr. is on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Back to basics here, as you can see the jab becoming a key instrument for him.
Boxing 101. You have an opponent walking in, you want to stay on the outside, use that jab.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Comes back with an overhand right. And now he's targeting upstairs. Not much action as he just ties up. You had to see it to believe it the first 2 minutes of these rounds. Now these fighters are trying to make everybody a believer in the final 60 seconds.
And this is why you understand the dimension of this sport like no other sport. At the end of this, how both participants will have mutual great respect for each other.
Nice block by Roy Jones.
Pace yourself.
Jones's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Scores with the combo to the head. And that does it for this round.
Surfing, don't stand in front of it.
We got it.
Keep moving, keep your hands moving, and you'll beat it to the punch.
All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that, I'll throw that away.
We open up round number 4 here. Let's look at Teddy's scorecard, where he's up 2 rounds to 1. I like his work rate, Teddy.
You know, he's not landing all the time clean, but it reminds me a little bit of some of the old fans used to say to me, Teddy, Marciano, we love Marciano, you know, the Rock. He used to hit guys on his arms. He wasn't hitting them clean, but he was breaking their blood vessels. Excuse me for being so graphic, but he was breaking their blood vessels, and they couldn't keep their arms up by the time they got to the 8th, 9th, 10th round. That's kind of the way this guy fights.
He did not see that right hand at all. He may want to tie up. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. We better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
Good block there by Roy Jones. Halfway through round number 4. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Bernard Hopkins is whiffing there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
A barrage of punches that time. Good combination.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want one at a time. You want 3 or 4.
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. Roy Jones Jr.'s cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Right on the mark with the hook up top. Hopkins is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure.
What a big shot. I think Hopkins would even admit that his opponent completely has outclassed him right there. He just scored the knockdown. D-Hop went down, but he's proving he's not out. Hopkins looking to fight on. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Bernard Hopkins is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
You're doing great.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Oh, and there you go. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s in prime form. Power surge here. Knockout winner.
Way of knockouts. Your winner,
Roy Jones Jr. is your winner by knockout. Now, I think he was headed towards a decision win anyways, but what a good way to just put a stamp on his evening.
Yeah, bring down the curtain and make sure that more people are going to be talking about you when they leave the arena tonight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.
You can stand out with a hand out, but nobody give a fuck out here in these streets. Every man is for himself.